A legal storm is brewing at the intersection of medicine, technology, and state law. The boundaries between what's legal and what's not are being tested in ways never seen before, as new questions arise about who gets to decide what kind of care is available, and where. Dr. Remy Coito, a California physician, faces an arrest warrant from Louisiana, one of the strictest anti-abortion states, for allegedly mailing abortion pills to a woman there. The charges against him have sent shockwaves through the medical community, raising fears among doctors who provide reproductive care across state lines. This case is a flashpoint in the national battle over reproductive rights and telehealth. It's not just about one doctor or one patient, it's about the future of access to medical care, and whether technology can bridge the gap between states with vastly different laws. Since Roe v. Wade was overturned, states like Louisiana have aggressively pursued out-of-state providers. Lawmakers are testing the limits of their authority, seeking to punish those who help patients obtain care that's legal elsewhere but banned within their borders. The core issue: can a doctor in a legal state provide care to a patient in a banned state via telehealth? This question is at the heart of a growing conflict, as more patients turn to virtual medicine for privacy and access. The outcome could set a precedent for how far state power extends in the digital age. It could reshape the landscape for doctors, patients, and lawmakers nationwide, influencing everything from telemedicine to cross-state prescriptions. Dr. Coito's case is more than a legal fight. It's a symbol of America's deep divide over abortion, and a test of how far states will go to enforce their laws beyond their own borders. The case at the heart of this controversy began with Rosalie Markazich, a young woman living in Louisiana who found herself in a difficult and deeply personal situation. It was her boyfriend who reached out to Dr. Coito's telehealth service, arranging for abortion pills to be discreetly delivered to Rosalie's home, a process that bypassed traditional in-person medical consultations. Rosalie later shared that she felt pressured by those around her and traumatized by the experience, saying that the ease and speed of telehealth made it possible for her to undergo a procedure she wasn't truly ready for or comfortable with, leaving her feeling isolated and unsupported. Her account has since become a powerful rallying point for opponents of telehealth abortion, who argue that remote access to abortion care can enable coercion, lacks essential safeguards, and puts vulnerable women at risk of making life-altering decisions without adequate support or oversight. Louisiana's Attorney General has taken up Rosalie's cause, using her story to frame doctors like Coito as lawbreakers rather than compassionate caregivers, and calling for stricter regulations on telehealth abortion services. The prosecution now claims that the telehealth process failed to protect Rosalie, making her experience a central piece of evidence in their case against remote abortion care, and raising questions about the future of telemedicine and reproductive health. Louisiana enforces one of the nation's harshest abortion bans, with no exceptions for rape or incest and severe penalties for violators, up to 15 years in prison and $200,000 in fines. The law criminalizes providing or prescribing abortion pills, even from out of state. Lawmakers anticipated telehealth's rise and closed loopholes, asserting their jurisdiction over any abortion involving Louisiana residents. For state officials, prosecuting Dr. Coito is about defending their sovereignty and the integrity of their abortion ban in the face of modern technology. Dr. Coito's case spotlights the national clash over medication abortion, which has rapidly become the most common method for ending a pregnancy in the United States. This case is not just about one doctor or one state, it's about a growing divide over how Americans access reproductive health care and who gets to decide. The FDA currently allows mifepristone, a key abortion medication, to be prescribed through telehealth appointments and delivered by mail, making it more accessible for people in remote or restrictive areas. However, states like Louisiana have moved to ban this practice, creating a patchwork of laws that can be confusing and difficult for patients to navigate. Louisiana's Attorney General is now pushing for even stricter federal restrictions, arguing that telehealth abortions are unsafe, lack proper oversight, and could be easily abused. Supporters of these bans claim they are protecting women's health, but critics say the real goal is to limit access. Meanwhile, Democratic officials and advocacy groups are fighting back, defending telehealth as a safe, essential form of healthcare. They point to decades of research and the drug's strong safety record, arguing that restricting access only puts more people at risk. The debate is fierce and deeply personal. One side sees telehealth as a vital lifeline for those in need, while the other views it as a dangerous loophole that undermines state authority and public safety. The outcome of this legal battle in Louisiana could set a precedent, influencing federal policy and shaping access to abortion pills for millions of Americans across the country. The prosecution of Dr. Koito could reshape abortion access across America. If Louisiana succeeds, it may deter doctors from providing telehealth abortions, even in legal states, and embolden other states to pursue similar cases. If blocked, it could strengthen protections for providers and widen the divide between states. The case also raises a critical question. Does FDA approval override state bans? The answer will reverberate through courts, legislatures, and the lives of patients and providers, shaping the future of reproductive rights in a divided nation.